Hey everyone, we are back with the last Spring Fest of the entire season, which is Singapore. And we also have things from Sapporo, so WGP from Sapporo, as well as a bunch of other things that Fuzzy has posted. So let's just kind of go through all of them, because some of this stuff is actually quite interesting. In Japan, they had the Touken Ranbu release, which I'm sure a lot of people have went like, it's another collab set, but you know what? Collab sets have been pretty strong lately, so I don't know. I think it might be something we should take a look at. But yeah, let's get started with Springfest first and finish it off. All right, so here we have the standard top four. First place with Exceed with Chronojet, Dragonic Overlord, and Youthberg. And then we had Luxac, which was able to run the new cards released, which is Messiah and Gandiva. These were released on the same day, right? Set 10 and Messiah were released on the same day, exactly just 2 weeks ago. Not from now, right? Just over 2 weeks ago right now. So the first tournament they could be played was Singapore. And yeah, we see them right here, right? Lack of Ava, though. Where's the Ava? Upstream unboosted, right? This was running Jet, Gandiva, and Lutetia. So again, you know, no Ava, but this Gandiva is really taken quite a few of the spots. And then lastly, we have Suicide Squad with the Jet, Ava, and Gandiva lineup, which in my opinion is like the best lineup. But I can see why people want to take out Ava just for other stuff that can just work. Maybe not as well, but you know, good enough, right? If I was to say like the difference in power level would be like Jet is like up here, and then Ava's like here, and then difference between like Ava and something else is like not even that different, you know, just a very small difference. So yeah, personally, I think that's fine. And Gandiva, of course, just, you know, it's been so hyped. Of course, people would want to take it, right? Then moving on, we have V Premium. Nothing really much to say about V Prim. I'm actually surprised that Leopold is like way more popular here than even like a Luard, right? But yeah, first we had Daniel H. Gonda with a Thavis, Anj, and Leopold lineup. Then Burden United was second place with the Astro Poet, Leopold, and Luard lineup. And then third place, we had William Say Good Luck with Leopold. Again, right? Leopold in every single one of these teams. Shahrot and Himiko. And then fourth was Here to See Rose with Thavis, Anj, and Leopold. So I don't know. I was really surprised, literally, to see Leopold in every single team. I thought, you know, if you know me well, right, I always think it's gonna be the Luard, but so far, I think age has been proving us wrong, right? And then for the premium side, you have Team Philippines coming in first in Singapore, playing Jet Maiden, Thavis, and the Sweepcan or Eradicators, and then Worry NL with Jet Maiden, right? Eradicators and Rising Nova, so Spike Brothers. And then you see another trend, Yeehaw running Jet Maiden, all right, with Dimension Police and Grand Blue. And then finally, Caesar Cards running Jet Maiden, Spike Brothers, and Mega Colony. So yeah, Jet Maiden in every single one of these premium decks. And I think it's just a trend now. I think people have finally realized Jet Maiden is the best deck in premium, right? Jet Maiden is really good. What changes have been done to the deck? Not much, just replacing Lisa with Jet, and you're good to go. So I think that's really strong. Going to History Collection, I don't know if it stays the same. It probably does, because just the deck itself, you know, you have you know, Enterana still, and then you have old Jet if you really want to get the 2/4. But I can even think that you don't even need the old Jet. You can probably even still run like new Jet, or you might not even have to change the deck at all, and the deck just works still very good. Right, so I don't know. I think deck is pretty good. We'll see how good it is after History Collection when other decks get a support, right? But we'll see. Moving on to Japan. So Japan had a Chiho Cup, which is a pretty much like a mini WGP. It's regionals, and they cut to top 8 there. In terms of the diversity cut, I think after fourth place and when the diversity cut kicks in, we can see that there's the format is pretty different when you compare it to, you know, pre set 11, right? There's a few decks that have really risen in power. One thing you see is Minerva, then there's like Mushi King as well, and Mushiking, what's up, right? And then Ebisu, right? So these four basically went undefeated in Swiss. We can kind of go through them all quickly. Ebisu, Mushiking, and Minerva. Second place, we have the Gandiva, the Snake, and the Ava, right? Ava got that new set 11 support. And then Jet is also doing fine. Jet, Ballista, and Gandiva, and then Jet, Gandiva, and a Minerva. So Minerva's, yeah, like I said before, Minerva is just very, very strong. But then afterwards, in the Diversity Cut category, we start to see some really, really funky decks. So here we have a Bastion, right? A Bastion, followed by I don't know. This is a Monster Strike. I'm not really Laplas. All right, I can Laplas. All right, and then this is I think Kashu Kyomitsu, not only new Touken Ranbu Ryland, but it is new Touken Ranbu cards. This is basically the triple Vanguard attacker, so it restands twice, which is I think if your Vanguard attacks 3 times, it seems pretty good. The first one is like twin drive, second one is like single drive, and the last one shouldn't have a drive, if I recall correctly. But it's still 3 Vanguard attacks. Still 3 Vanguard, 3 big, you should be very, very big Vanguard attacks as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we had Willista, Lornroll, and Thegria lineup, which is totally weird. Ebisu, Lutetia, and a Kashu Kyomitsu one as well. And then in the 8th place, we have that Willista, Kashu Kyomitsu, and then is that Munichika? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, is it Mikazuki? I think it's Mikazuki, right? And this one, it's just, I think when it attacks, it restands 2 regards, so you get like 5 attacks like that. But yeah, otherwise, Touken Ranbu is actually making quite a big impact on the format right now. And then the top 4 and the winners was Strawberry with that Mushiking deck. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Mushiking, I see a lot of the tier list rate Mushiking as like not the top deck, but it's just everywhere, right? It's like, it's as if they're insects, you know, they're bugs. they just turn up everywhere. But yeah, Mushiking, Ebisu, and the Minerva, and then yeah, the one Kashu Komitsu making it in 2nd place with the Lutetia and the Ebisu. And then we have like the Jet Gandivas with the Willista and the Minerva rounding out 3rd and 4th. Right, just one of the decks to take a look at is probably the Kashu Komitsu deck. Is here we have, yeah, there he is. I think it's a he, right? Sword Boy. So yeah, restands twice, does 3 attacks. OT for the deck is actually pretty good, and it just gives your you can give your Vanguard like +1 crit and a drive, or you can give your rear guard a crit and a drive check. So yeah, I think decks, although people don't really want to admit it, I feel like strong OTs contribute to just a strong deck as well, because you're going to trigger it at some point, and then, you know, if it auto-wins games, then it's a good OT, right? And this, I do think Touken Ranbu one is actually a bit up there in terms of goodness, but otherwise, yeah, 3 Vanguard attacks, it is what it is. Let's just go, right? There was also, I think, a Crow's Nest VGCS, the top 4 finals. I think this was just basically a premium tournament without OTs. So I think that's pretty cool. It'd be nice to play without OT some point. This was run by Robert Morton with Eradicators, then Ethan Cespedes, right? Sorry if I ruin your names. With the Jet Maiden, actually just totally different. There's like 4 different decks. Cameron Stewart with a Night Rose, and then Clayton Mon with the with Regalia. So again, deck codes are all there. Funny deck code. This one God Q, right? Is Exterminate Dragon God a God deck? I don't think so. I think that should have been for Jet Maiden, right? But yeah, 1 for each. So pretty nice to see. Actually, there's top 8 standings there. So, oh, here it is. So here we go. So otherwise, after that, there's also a Link Joker, Bermuda Triangle. So 1 of everything, even Great Nature. Looks like it could be a Locks. All right, and then there's a Nightmare Doll there as well. So a good job, crew. I think some of these players posted as well for VG Top Deck, so we'll see their lists and comments later. But yeah, should be nice. And then finally, we also have a bunch of other country tournaments as well. So here's the Japan Card Fest from I don't know. Is it from Thailand? I feel like this is the Daivangasai of Thailand, right? But we have Face Gang Thailand here, which first place with the Minerva, Willista, and a Leonor one. So that's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Like totally feels like a totally unmeta top cut on first place, right? Then second place is together with the Zorga Masks, Minerva, and Overlord. Third place, I cannot read. with Gandiva, Messiah, and Jet. And then 2 to pass with Ballista, Gandiva, and Ebisu. So let's take a look at the Leonore lineup. So this Leonore lineup is actually just, I think it's just Mushroom Town, right? Mushroom Central, put in a bunch of mushrooms, be very aggressive, right? Push your opponent to high damage, and then you can do the 5 attack with Leonore. And yeah, that is pretty much it, right? That's easy deck. Oh, got 4 of this one as well. The new PR that's been recently released for Storkea. Make sure to just play one of these every single turn, so you just get free cards, right? But yeah, otherwise this deck is just it's like it seems pretty good deck. Right? Actually, the ride line is a bit of a weird champ. You know, run the 2 roll line, and then the Zorga grade 2. So I guess like the end goal is just to call this out and then just put it in one of the columns so it gets like 15k beater or becomes a 20k beater over the dragon tree marker, and then you can restand that. So I guess that's interesting, right? But yeah, otherwise Leonore finally getting 1 dub, right? 1 dub in the whole time it's been released. And then finally we also have the Bushiroad China League, which guess what? Is a tournament in China. It's a league in China. They do post their videos as well. I think it's on Bilibili. I saw some of their games before. But yeah, winner for this was Nyoktar with the Ebisu, then CCG IJJ. Yeah, with Minerva, and then Nishinokano with Minerva, and then SPE with Ebisu. All right. So very, very easy, right? If you're making a top 4 thing, is just like 2 Ebisus, 2 Minervas. The top 8 cut there is actually nearly as easy. 4 Ebisus, 3 Minervas, and 1 Hexa Orb. Which is strange, right? It's basically all girls. Where do the Gandivas go? Maybe China doesn't like dragons that much, all right? There also 7 of them are like goddesses, right? I don't think Hexa Orb is a goddess, but yeah. Minerva is a goddess, right? And then Ebisu is the god of fishing. So, yeah, what's going on there, guys? What's going on there, eh? And then they also had a 3v3 tournament, which was won by a Ballista, Minerva, and Jet. And then second place was the Minerva, Ebisu, and Gandiva. We have Mushiki again, like we say about Bugs, Gandiva, and Welstra. And then finally, the Ebisu, Minerva, and Gandiva. So wow, nearly every single team had an Ebisu. Gandiva, and nearly every single team had a Minerva. Only 2 teams had Ebisu. I guess they were all playing in the singles tournament instead. But yeah, with that, I think that is all the lists today. I don't think there are some like top 4 lists in the comments below. I think here it is. They posted a few of their lists. A bit small picture though, unfortunately. Nyokta there, which is nice. And then I think in the singles one here too, this one is bigger, right? Bigger. Quality's a bit less good though. Yeah. But here are all the Minerva and Ebisu lists you want. Let me know in the comments what you guys all think. The tournament season, at least for Global, is finally over. And we'll be heading to BCS very, very soon. And we have some really crazy looking BCS. If you haven't seen the site yet, right? The promos are insane. BCS is looking very, very slick this year, so should be good to get into soon, right? Soon. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you all think, and I'll see you all next time, right? Bye.